Good morning, guys. We're going to be showing you the second step of our Van Gogh bedroom drawing project, where we're going to be drawing your bedroom in 3D. Hopefully your first step was not too difficult. It is challenging to do, but hopefully you're able to get some 3D blocks. Remember, you want to draw lightly and don't stress too much if it's not perfectly in 3D. The goal is to get it to look like your bedroom with a bed in and whatever else you have in it. You may want to take a picture of your bedroom so later when you go to add your details, it's a little bit easier to do. So let's go ahead and get started. You will need a pencil, make sure it's sharp, and a ruler and a piece of paper. Now, if you look at my paper, I already drew a box on the paper. This is going to be our back wall. So if you want to pause the video and draw your box in, it can be larger or smaller depending on what shape you have or size for your bedroom wall. Now, first thing we're going to do is to make the vanishing point. So to do that, we're going to find the center of our box. It's kind of a neat trick. So what I'm going to do is take my pencil and a ruler. If you don't have a ruler, use like something straight, like a book or something that has a straight edge. Now the inside part, make the lines as light as I can, so they might not be picked up by the camera, but we just want to find out where they intersect. So the middle where the lines are right here. So I can get rid of these guidelines, we won't need them. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is to make our vanishing, or our guidelines. So we're going to take our pencil on the vanishing point, line it up with the corner of your shape. I usually just touch them with my pencil, and then make your line come out from the corner. Now this is a little bit different than the warm-up we did. You notice I'm not going inside the box right now. But each line would touch. So now we have our ceiling, our two walls, and our floor, and this is the back wall. So your bedroom arrangement might be different depending on how it is. So you can change it or rearrange it if you want to. To get started, I'm going to make the headboard. So I'm just going to make my little post here. You can make your headboard however you want to, and I'll just kind of make it come up and over and back down, and then make my other post. All right, here's my headboard. It's like an empty room we're moving in. Now you might want to use a ruler. It's a little bit easier. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is to make our mattress. So we're going to be using that vanishing point again. So the mattress would probably start right about here. And we're going to pull a line out now. We're going to make it a little bit longer than that floor. We don't want to make it super big. Or is this going to make your bed gigantic? Maybe you just have a gigantic bed. Maybe make it a little bit longer. All right, now we're gonna do the same thing for this corner, line it up. And you want about the same length, so it's a little bit short. So it still looks like a pretty big bed. Now I'm just gonna really lightly make the end of the bed, and that's going to be a box, or a rectangle shape. Now keep it light because you're going to be probably adding a blanket over the top of it, or maybe a footboard if you have a footboard. Now this is going to be overlapping, so I'm going to get rid of those lines so the mattress is covering it up. So it looks like the mattress is coming out at us. Remember, if you need to pause the video at any time, you can do that. So I'm going to put little feet underneath the bed. Right now, you might have some pillows on your bed. Now, these pillows don't necessarily have to be drawn in 3D. So I'm going to just kind of draw a couple pillows. And I'm going to erase where they're overlapping. All right, now when you do the blanket's probably going to overlap your bed a little bit right now. So you can just kind of use this as a guide to help you out. And just kind of make a little curved lines so they're not perfectly straight. And then it might overlap a little bit. Now this line here, even though we just drew it, I'm just going to kind of soften up that edge so it's not perfectly solid. You might have kind of a, and then it might kind of hang down. Looks like my blanket's pretty old. All right, so we have our bed. Now what else would we have in a bedroom? So you might have a window or a door to get in. So let's start with a window. So let's say I have my window over on this side over here. Now we want to make sure our lines are vertical. So if you're not sure how to make a vertical line, just line up your ruler with the edge of your paper. It's going to slide it over and then make your vertical line for how tall your window is. I got a pretty big window. Now here again, we're going to use our vanishing point. So I'm going to line up my edge, my pencil, the ruler here. Now we're going to pull the window out. And same thing here. I'm going to pull it out. Again, we want to make a vertical line. So I'm going to line up my ruler. You're going to have a tendency to want to turn your ruler. You know, you think it's straight, but it's not. So line it up and slide it over. All right, now often windows are cut into the walls. They're not just like a flat poster. So what I'm going to do is to add a little bit of an edge here. And you might also see the top part of the window. Now I'll just connect this corner up like that. And this actually probably come all the way down. You might have a middle crossbar coming across like that. I'm going to make a little bit of a window sill. Sometimes there's a little part that comes out. So again, use your vanishing point. The window sill is going to come horizontally out. Now these are little details, you know, don't stress out too much if you're having a hard time drawing a windowsill, because the point of the project is not windowsill drawing, it's drawing your bedroom. So here we have a little looks like a little box, a little flat board sticking out. All right, and you might even have a tree or something outside the window. Now let's maybe add a poster. Or maybe we should have a way to get into your room. So, got some noisy trucks out there. All right, so the door is going to be vertical. You don't want your door falling over, so make sure you line it up. I'm gonna make a vertical line. Now think about how tall your doors are in your house. Do they almost go to the ceiling? Usually doors are about 8 feet, 7 feet, something like that. And your ceilings are usually about 10 maybe. So what we need to do now, we have a vertical line. Use your vanishing point again. We're gonna again make the top of the door using the vanishing point. Again, we need a vertical line for the other side of the door. Now your door could be open, it could be closed. If it was open, you might just see a doorknob, or closed, you see a doorknob. If it was open, maybe it was swinging out into the hallway, you might see the door. Do doors swing out to the hallway? I think they usually come in, but apparently this door is strange. It's gonna whack somebody in the hallway, I think. So, yeah. That door looks a little funny, doesn't it? That's okay. We'll just put a little frame. Guys, don't design your doors to swing out in the hallway. But if you were, that's what it looked like. It looks a little short. So I'm just adding a frame around my door. Skinny door. It's gonna bother me, I better fix it. I'm still gonna hit somebody in the hallway, but and I'm gonna put a little doorknob in there. All right, let's put a poster over here, or a picture frame. So again, we were going to make a vertical line. Use your vanishing point for the top and the bottom. Then the other part would have to be vertical. So line up your ruler, slide it over, and then maybe you have, you know, a poster of something. Supposed to be a one-up mushroom. Does not look like a one-up mushroom. I'm not sure what's going on. All right, what else would you have? Maybe you're gonna have a rug. So if I'm gonna put a rug, you could, maybe it goes under the bed a little bit. I used your vanishing point. Make sure you line it up. And just make your lines long enough. You can always make them longer. Let's have a rug. I could add a border to it. Okay, so you might also have like a dresser or other places to put your clothes. So if I wanted to do a dresser, I'm going to start by making a rectangle. And this is the back of the dresser. Now the dresser, the side is going to be like a rectangle. Now it's going to be covering up part of the wall, so we're going to erase that. So the next step, we're going to take our corners towards the vanishing point. Just make it long enough to make your dresser. So each corner has to line up. And this is more similar to what you practiced yesterday, or last time you did the perspective practice. And we have to make a horizontal line here to match that. So here we have a dresser. Now there's no drawers yet, so I'm just going to mark a few spots where I want my dresser drawers to go. And then again, to make the rest of the drawers, use your vanishing point. Just make sure it lines up each time. Now for making picture frames, you can add what you have in your room, or you could draw people like Van Gogh did in his pictures. All right, then I'm just going to make a few vertical lines. And you can see I just need to connect it a little bit here. Oh, missed that one. Maybe you can do like little pulls. Maybe I have something on top of my dresser, so maybe I have like a little trophy or something. Maybe it's like a baseball. A trophy of some sort. Oh, hat. Alright, so we got a trophy. My mushroom guy looks weird, but that's okay. Alright, I'm maybe going to add a few pictures on the back wall here, or maybe another dresser. So if I had a dresser here, think about what shape your dresser would be, or a table. So I'm going to make my box first. That's going to be overlapped. Maybe I'm going to have like little feet. Now the top of the dresser, again, is going to go towards your vanishing point. And then a horizontal line. And again, we can make some dressers. Now this one's a little different from that because it's facing us. So this one's just going to have some drawers. And I'll put like a little picture frame on here. And just a little person in there. Mrs. Enderley. And then maybe there's a lamp over here. So I'll just kind of make a little lamp shade. Just make sure it's sitting on the table. And I could put some pictures on the back wall or decorate it. You can see I'm using a ruler for almost everything. Stuff that is not straight, don't use a ruler for, but so you can customize your bedroom how you want to. Maybe you're gonna add little things like light switches or little fun details. Maybe you're gonna hide stuff in your room. That's a pretty big light switch. So if you notice, I already just drew the lines, but I need to make sure my top and my bottom go to my vanishing point So if it's not a vertical line, it's going to go towards your vanishing point. I'm going to put like a little light switch. So at this point, you want to get a really good start on your bedroom. Now, if it's really looking rough, you can always take another sheet of paper over the top of it afterwards and retrace it, or this first one could be your sloppy copy. Your goal would be to get your bedroom pretty well started this week. Next week, what you're going to want to do is to outline it, and then either using a black colored pencil or a ballpoint pen or a Sharpie if you have one. And this one I just shaded in because I was having too much fun working on it. But lots of little details you could add. I might still add color to this one here, even though I shaded it. It still probably could work for that. Otherwise, I will continue to work on this one to add more details to it. Now, you can add things like a light on the ceiling, however you want to do for your, just remember to use the vanishing point and a ruler. And hope you are having fun with this. It is challenging, but it's really, really cool once you are able to get, you know, looks like I have a skylight. Right, guys, otherwise I'll keep drawing. So if you are needing help or just want to take a picture of your progress, you can email it to me. I'm happy to take a look at it or give you any suggestions. Otherwise, have a good week, guys, and I will see you soon. Take care.